Beautiful Sunday morning here, Columbus, Ohio. We got the sun coming up on one side. I don't know if you can see it. How do I make it go up? I can't. Let's see. We got the moon on the other side. See the moon? Moon on one side, sun on the other. And Annie, come here. Annie, what's up? We got other people walking here today. Morning. How are you? Good. Got other people walking. It's awesome. Got to get outside. Look at it. So beautiful. Today, we're going to talk about conquering mountains. Yes, we're here in central Ohio where it's pretty flat, but actually, the story does include mountains. So we're going to talk about mountains here in central Ohio. Um, we're going to be in the book of Samuel, the first book of Samuel, chapter, hold on, Annie, 20, verses 35 through 42. And I got to keep Annie on a leash because there's people out here on Sunday morning. Right, Annie? Annie, where are you? There she is. Just pulling me. All right. Well, thanks for joining my channel where I talk about mental health, being, spiritual health. And I believe that because God, Jesus, saved me 2 times. So if you feel down or depressed, anxious, even have PTSD, I can help you. I'm not a doctor, not a therapist, but if you've tried therapy, medications, and the conventional route, reach out to me. I know I can help you change how you feel. Shoot me an email. It's in my about or bio section. Okay, now we're going to talk about conquering mountains, first book of Samuel. So, first, let's talk about real mountains. I don't know if you've ever heard the term or the phrase. I actually never heard this. If you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go together. That sounds pretty neat, pretty interesting. All right, I'm going to let her go. Annie, sit. No, sit. Okay, go. Oh my goodness, she's going to take off. I'm going to lose her. So I've never actually heard that phrase. It sounds familiar. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. So I wonder if there's truth in that statement. Well, some British and American researchers wanted to find out. So what they did was they had people estimate the size of mountains, okay? Whether they were standing there alone looking at the mountain or together with someone else. And this is talking about an actual physical mountain. When they were standing alone, they estimated the size of the mountain much bigger than if they were standing looking at that same mountain with someone else. In other words, social support matters. Social support matters. And it even causes the size of mountains to shrink. Social support really matters. Who your friends are really matter. I talk about that in a video called Guard Your Heart. You should do that too. What you feed your heart is what you become. But having a good friend helps you conquer mountains. And that's exactly I got to get Annie to come. Oh, she's coming. Come on, Annie. There she is. It's exactly what the book of Samuel's talking about. So the key phrase here is from verse 42. Go in peace, for we have sworn friendship with each other in the name of the Lord. Go in peace, for we have sworn friendship with each other in the name of the Lord. And this is Jonathan and David talking to each other. It's really interesting because Jonathan was the heir to the throne, but then God, through the prophet Samuel, said, no, King David was going to be the heir to the throne. So Jonathan's father, King Saul, was trying to kill David. David was running for his life all over Israel. But the king's son, Jonathan, and David were good friends, and Jonathan helped him overcome it and get away and escape from the king of Israel, who had everyone looking for him, trying to kill him. So that's where David got his encouragement, through his friendship with Jonathan. Like, if you think about it, if you have the king, or say the president of the US, sicking everybody out to get you, that seems like an insurmountable mountain, right? Yet the king's son helped him overcome that insurmountable mountain. Obviously, without Jonathan's support, the story would have been totally different. Jonathan actually grieved, it says here, grieved at his father's shameful treatment of David, verse 34, and stood by his friend. Why should he be put to death? Jonathan asked his father, King Saul. I mean, he didn't do anything. That God-ordained friendship bolstered David, allowing him to become Israel's king. So he escaped King Saul and eventually became king. And just like I talk in the video, Guard Your Heart, our friendships matter. Who you hang out with matters, right? It affects you deeply and what kind of person you become. It's just like you are what you eat, right? You kind of become who you hang out with. And if God is at the center of the relationship, then we can spur each other on to greater and greater things and overcome these insurmountable mountains. And that's why that phrase in 1 Samuel chapter 20, verse 42, go in peace, for we have sworn friendship with each other in the name of the Lord. You can probably guess what the two questions are today. The first one is, where are you finding your social support? Where are you finding your social support? Now, Annie and I find it in each other. She also finds it in big sticks. I think she's got one here. Where are you finding your social support? Well, I'll tell you where I find mine. I find mine at church with my church friends. And that's why this video is a little bit earlier than other ones, because I'm going to church with them. There's the moon. So beautiful. So I'm going to a church service this morning, and then a Bible study, and then a talk and discussion afterward. 3 things with them all morning long. It's the highlight of my week. They help me overcome insurmountable mountains that I won't even go into in this video. So I'm asking you, where can you find your social support? And if you're not sure, if you don't have friends like that, I encourage you to join a church. Look into it, join one, Heck, maybe I'll start one. I don't know. Look into a church, find good people, join Bible studies, do things together. You can volunteer. I mean, they'll help you overcome things in your life that you otherwise wouldn't be able to, because I know they did that for me. I know they did that for me. Second question, who can support, who can you support with your friendship? Who can you support with your friendship? So I'm trying to make these videos to support other people. I look for people to help whenever I run into, try to encourage them, just like my friends have been encouraging me recently to overcome mountains. So I really, I'm sure I can do better, and I'm looking for that. But it's a question for all of us. Who can we support with our friendship and help their mountains look smaller than what they really are? I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, please like it. Subscribe to my channel and share it with others. And if you're watching this on Sunday morning, I encourage you to go to church, make some friends, and help each other conquer mountains. And we'll see you tomorrow. Peace.